Hi there people. I've come across quite a lot of people whinging and moaning about foxes, squirrels and other wildlife getting into their gardens. One thing people have got to understand: the human population, as it grows, is cutting into the green belt around London. We're slicing further and further in to the countryside as the human population grows. So we're slicing further and further in to the natural habitat for the squirrels and the foxes. So you've got to expect them in your gardens, in your bushes, because they were there before we were. We encroached onto their land as we're slicing further and further into the countryside and turning the countryside into urban towns, cities and villages and building our homes. We're pushing them out of their homes. It's wrong. These animals were there before us. We're encroaching into their homes. So it's only to be expected to find them in our gardens as we encroach further and further into the countryside. Just like these lovely creatures. Foxes. People are now hiring people to shoot them. That is sick. We encroached onto their land, not the other way round. They didn't encroach onto our land. We went onto their land, chopped down the woods and the countryside and encroached into their habitat. So people, time to wake up. Got it all wrong. They're not in our land and in our gardens. We built our homes on their land. We dug up their burrows for the foxes. We chopped down the squirrels' trees where they lived and built our homes. As we encroach further and further into the countryside and all over the green belt around London. So, next time you see a fox in your garden going through your bin, remember that. We built on their land. And they're just refusing to move. They're refusing to be evicted from their homes. They're refusing to be evicted from the area where they were born and brought up, because we decided to build on it and dig up their burrows and chop the trees down so we can build our homes. We're pushing them out of their natural habitat. So instead of whinging and moaning and hiring people to shoot them and catch them, put some food out for them, because they will just eat it and go. I do it every night, and so do quite a few other people. So remember that. They're not invading our territory. We invaded their territory first and built our homes. We pushed them out. We don't live on this planet alone. We live on this planet with other animals and other species, which we are pushing out. If you got pushed out of your home, Would you like it? No, you wouldn't. You'd be very upset. So how do you think that our foxes and squirrels and badgers feel when we encroach into the countryside and chop down the trees and dig up the fields to build our homes? They feel just the same. They just can't say it. We're pushing them out. We're invading their territory and taking over. Like a domineering armed forces goes and takes over another country. We're doing that to our wildlife. So remember that. Don't whinge, don't moan, don't throw things at them, don't hurt them. Remember what we've done to them. We've pushed them out of their homes. We've dug up their barrows, chopped their trees down, dug their fields up where they live, so we can build our homes. That is wrong. As soon as species carries on the way it's going, there will be no badgers, squirrels, foxes, birds, or any other wildlife in our countryside. At the rate we're digging our countryside up and pulling our woods down and chopping this up and chopping that up to build our homes. The wildlife is the valuable part of the way the planet works. It's a valuable part of the ecosystem. So start helping them. I remember when you go out there and you see them in your garden, walking around the streets or walking around your garden, remember, we dug up their fields. We pulled down their trees to build our homes. We kicked them out of their homes to build our homes. The animals. Just like if you're an animal dog or a cat at home or what have you, you know when your dog feels upset. You know when your dog's not well. You can see it in their little eyes and their faces. And the way they hold their head down. Because they're upset, they're hurting, they're not well. Foxes are just the same, they're just wild dogs. Only the other day I've been feeding foxes out here for weeks and weeks and weeks. Now they're coming up to me and taking food out of my hand. And letting me tickle them behind the ear and stroke them. But that takes time. They're lovely animals. I've had squirrels eating out my hand. So next time there's a fox in the garden or fox going for your little bin, remember why. Because our homes got built on their land. They were here before us. They're just trying to survive. God bless. And please, please do more for the wildlife in this country instead of persecuting it. They were there before we were here. We built on their land. We dug up their fields and pulled down their trees to build our homes. They're just refusing to move. Goodbye.